Lord, give me the words to say. I want this to be helpful. I don't want this to be rambling. I want this to somehow help someone realize that they too can homeschool on a budget, that it can be affordable and not be a waste. Help me to be concise, help me to be relatable, help me to be informative, and in some way helpful to your daughters. In Jesus' name, amen. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla and I make YouTube videos on faith, motherhood, and lifestyle. I have two boys, ages 4 and 4. Right now they're both 4, but one will soon be 5 in a couple of weeks. So I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we are going to be homeschooling officially this school year. So I say officially because technically I've been homeschooling them through their preschool years, but this is the first year where I'll actually have to register through the state and let them know that I am going to be homeschooling my child and he will not be attending a public school. I'm going to be showing you all some practical items, some affordable items that I've been purchasing over this summer. These items were purchased, for a time period. It wasn't like I just went out and bought everything in one day, but pretty much over this past summer, things that I have collected and that should still be available at these places. If you too are interested in homeschooling, or even if you just want to get some items for your children to have at home, to help like supplement school, if your child is in public school, then maybe you can still purchase a few of these things to help reinforce what they're learning in school. All right, so I'm gonna break these up by store. I will start off with Target because that is the store that I got most of the items from. And most of the items were found in the Target dollar spot. Not all of them, but most of them. The first item I'm going to share with you all is this little cushion. This little green cushion. I got 3 of these and they were $5 each. I got them from the Target dollar spot. These are going to be perfect for those days where we do school outside and I want us to go to the park. We have a really great park here, so I got these for us to sit on, obviously, so I can just spread out like our big sheets that I have that's like designated for park in the outdoors. I'll spread that out and we can sit on these, which I thought would be super great. Something else I also got from the Target dollar spot that I hope to use when we take our lessons outside is this little bug tent. It actually says bug tent here on the side. It was only $3. It comes with a little net as well as some little like tweezers or pliers. This is going to be great. It has like air holes on the side, and I know that they're going to have so much fun when we do like our bug study this year in the fall when it gets a little cooler outside. So we'll be able to place our specimen or our object of study in here and do like a little journal that I have planned for them, and then we can release it before we get home. But I thought this was really cute. Also from Target, I found this jumbo puzzle. It has 72 pieces, and honestly I just really enjoy puzzles for like something that I call busy work. So if you don't know, I am a working mom now, and I do work part-time from home though, so it is like a desk job that I do at home, but it makes it hard to keep my kids busy before we actually start school for the day. So I'm usually off of work by 11, and thankfully, we've been able to get the boys to do a lot of things independently. So of course I'll make them breakfast, but they do like brushing their teeth, washing their face, making their beds, getting dressed for the day, all of those things they can typically do on their own. And by the time they come back downstairs, I usually have about an hour and a half left of work that I have to complete. So these are the types of things that I like to give them to keep them off of the TV and off of their tablets before we start school. I'm not against screen time, but I would just prefer for us to not do that before we start school. So things like this puzzle is something I would give them to keep them busy. Something else, this was not from the Target dollar spot, but it was on clearance, is this counting in Mosaic item. So it comes with numbers, and on one side it comes with numbers, and I believe it's 1 through 100. Yes, 1 through 100, which will be, and these are all wooden pieces. So this will be great to use for LJ doing math and just counting, learning, getting us to count to 100. And then on the other side, it just comes with like little colors, and there's little cards that come in with the pictures, and they can match those and recreate them. That side I thought would be really good for my preschooler JoJo. So I got that, and it was on clearance. Something I'm really excited about that I also got from Target. It wasn't in the dollar spot, but it was on clearance. The Ultimate ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. It has over 200 pieces in here. It includes magnet, dry erase marker, magnet dry erase board, and 20 activity cards. This is going to be awesome. So I got this for the letters and the numbers because I plan on using them with these baking sheets that I also got from Target. Honestly, you can get baking sheets from anywhere. It doesn't have to be from Target. It can be from the Dollar Tree, or you can use the baking sheet that you have in your kitchen. I don't know about you though, my baking sheet is very loved, and she actually gets used to bake cookies on all the time. So she's not like, she has like the little burn marks on it, and that's fine and dandy for making cookies. But I wanted to have like their own designated baking sheets for like homeschool activities. So I just purchased 2. They were really cheap. And so I got the magnets so that we can do like our letter work, math work, number work on the baking sheets, maybe while we're cozying up on the couch on a lazy day, or if we have to travel and we have to take school with us. This is a very easy thing because it comes in its own case, and I can just throw the baking sheets in the bag, and there we go. We can do simple math and letters and stuff there. But it also comes with a lot of worksheets, which I thought was really cool. So really love this, and I know we'll get a lot of use out of that. Also from Target, I want to say these were found in the Target dollar spot, are these little containers. And inside the containers are more items from the dollar spot. These are magnets and they're fractions. We probably won't get much use out of these this year, only because they're really not ready for it, but I know that I will eventually be able to use these. So this was an unnecessary purchase, but it was just so cheap I had to get it. It was $3. So we got that, and eventually we will get there. And then I also got one that just has numbers in it. So obviously we'll be able to use these, but these also have magnets, and they were $3. So I just keep them in this little container for now. And then I got 2 of those containers. In the other container store their flashcards. These were also found in the Target dollar spot for $1 each. So these are just addition flashcards and subtraction flashcard. Can't wait to get into this with LJ. And then I also got this little tin. It comes in a little tin case, but it says Wordplay Magnetic Learning Activity, so they can string together words to make silly sentences or silly stories. Got this for $3. It has over 300 word magnets, so they're just word magnets. But I got this because right now we're learning to read. He's blending, he is reading, but he's not necessarily the strongest in writing, and actually writing really frustrates him. That's something that we're working on, that we're working through, but he doesn't enjoy writing on paper. And I don't want that to hinder us from like learning sentence structure or putting together sentences, or learning to like make stories, or just any other word activities that we could be doing, that he could be thriving in, that he really enjoys doing. I don't want the writing part to hinder him from doing that. So this is the perfect way for him to still be able to create sentences, and for us to learn about sentence structure without him getting so frustrated because he has to write everything. We are still writing. We are still practicing our writing. I'm not negating that, but this is just, I don't want him to get so frustrated on one thing that he doesn't learn other things that he could be learning in a fun way. So he'll enjoy that. Those are from the Target dollar spot as well. And I want to say that's all for Target. Is that all? Oh, one more thing from Target. This, I had in mind to use these caddies in a certain way, and they didn't work out. I ended up just using baskets for those items, but it's now become like, right now it's being used as my Bible caddy, and it probably will stay that way for a while. But I got one in blue and one in green, because my boys have done this thing where they make everything that LJ touches or owns is blue, and all of JoJo's things are green. They naturally did that themselves. I did not make them do that. I always get things in blue and in green, so there's no problems. But right now, this caddy is being used for my Bible study. So I have my study Bible here. I have a book that I use to help me study the Bible. And then I have like my pen pouch and some sticky notes down in there. So not necessarily school related, could be school related, but you could also multi-purpose it and use it as a Bible study. This thing is so easy to carry. If I want to sit downstairs and study the Bible because it's quiet down here and everyone's asleep, like right now, I could, or I could take this upstairs to my room, and I have everything I need to study the Bible from my bed. So there's that. Obviously, you can use these caddies any way that you want to use them. So I got those, and I think that's all that I got from Target. Next, we'll go ahead and cover this one because I've only got 2 items, and that is from Costco. They're books. So the first one is the level 1 where like I can read, and it has a few stories in here. You can see it comes with 8 different stories or books in here. They're easy, really super simple reads for like for children learning to read. My hope and my goal is to have LJ reading all 8 of these books to me and my husband by the end of our school year. So that's awesome. And then I'm so excited about this one. So I got the Elvery Jake's collection. We actually found one of these books in the library this past summer, and it was our read aloud for the summer, and they loved it. They love Elvery. This is a chapter book, and there's not a lot of pictures in it, but there are some pictures in it. And they fell in love with this character because this character looks just like them. It's a whole collection. When I saw these in Costco, I knew I had to have them. And I'm so glad I got it. So now we don't have to check out. I had planned on checking out the series throughout the school year, but now I don't have to. We have them, and they're going to love those. I'm not going to do anything like lesson wise with these. that's just gonna be something fun for us to read when we're chilling on the couch, or maybe a chapter before bed. It's just gonna be a fun read aloud for us because I know they'll enjoy it. So those are the things that I got from Costco. So Five Below, we just got a lot of games. These items, or this item in particular, is just a shape and shuffle. So it comes with cards, and then you use the wooden pieces. This comes with cardboard pieces, not great quality. We actually have the little shapes in wooden pieces as well, so they usually use those when we're doing these. But this is like, again, for those times where I'm still working and I have about an hour and a half still left to work. I'm a firm believer that children should be bored because it forces them to entertain themselves, to find ways to play that's not a TV or a screen. So my brothers and I were professionals at that, and I want my children to be the same way. You don't have to have like a game or a gadget or something to keep you busy all the time. You can play with each other. And I know that when I force them to be bored, that is when they have the sweetest moments, where they're just like, imagine like playing cops and robbers, or tag, or they come up with this new game where LJ or JoJo will ask the other to blow them up. And so they'll start out on the floor in this ball, and the other one will just keep blowing on them until they inflate. And then once they're ready to pop, they'll deflate and they'll go spinning around the room. I think that is such an interesting game, because who thought of that? They did when they were bored. But during the times where I'm just like over them asking me what to do now, one of the activities that I'll give them, along with like a puzzle or something, and that will keep them busy. Also from Five Below, I got the spelling match and learn game. Super explainable. I got this for both this one I got mainly for JoJo. So he's still learning his letters, and that is because I know he's learning his letters a bit slower, because this time around I'm wanting to focus more on him learning the sound of the letter and not necessarily the name. Obviously, I want him to learn that C is a C, but more than that, I want him to learn what sound does C make. So I got this game to help with that, because it's going to be able to teach us both. But when he does this game, JoJo will more than likely focus on just the picture, and he'll put it together. When Mom is playing this game with him, which is what I plan to do, he's not just going to be playing this by himself. While he's putting it together, Mom will be drawing attention to the fact that B says B, and U says and G says G, B, G. And that's how I've been teaching him his letters. So eventually he will learn that this is the letter B. But more importantly than saying B, I want him to say B. I really hope that makes sense, because it's going to make it easier when it's time to read. And I know someone is going to say in the comments down below, he still needs to know the letters. You're absolutely right. And I promise you, he will learn them. But the beautiful thing about homeschool is I can teach my children in whatever order I decide, and in the time frame, and there's no rushing about it. And he's in preschool, so it's not like he's in kindergarten. Even if he was in kindergarten and I decided to teach him that way, that would be fine, because we're homeschooling and I can do that. Next, moving on, mathematics. So this is just a math game, kind of a similar concept, but just basic math. So this will help with early addition skills. LJ can do these. He kind of zips through these now though. But JoJo will soon be approaching this game, so great. And then this game, I love this game. So this is just rhyming, but it comes with both the pictures for JoJo and the words for LJ. So for JoJo, we're trying to get him to hear the rhyme. So it's like truck, duck. And he can say those things because he knows what a truck is and what a duck is. And he'll put them together to rhyme. With LJ, we're not looking at pictures anymore. We are now moving on to words, and I'm getting him to say the words and for him to notice that these last 3 letters are the same as these last 3 letters. They make the same sound, or they sound very similar. Thus they rhyme. Truck, duck. Love that. So these next items are from the Family Dollar. These lap desks. Again, I got green and blue for days when we want to paint outside or when the weather is like amazing and we want to take our art to the park with us, then we can do that. I love the fact that it has the little sides here so we can put like our paintbrushes there, or like our cup of water and have our paintbrushes standing up in there, or our water paints. So got these. These are super plastic, so I'm not like, your child can't stand on this, right? So I plan on putting these away when we're not using them for my intended purpose, so that they don't break them, because this is something my boys would break. Now from the Dollar Tree, I got this big sketchbook. It was $3, but it's just a sketchbook, and I find that this type of paper works really well with the watercolors. So, and it's the perfect size to go on their little lap desk. So I got these for us to do like our watercolor paintings on. Last 2 things, and I'll stop talking your head off. So from Hobby Lobby, I got these. They were having a sale, 66% off of some of their baskets. So the first one I got were these little containers. They come in a set of 3, and they were only $3 for the set of 3. I got 3 sets of these. The other ones are being used right now, but these are the extra ones that I have, and you can literally put anything in there. Paintbrushes, crayons, magnets, anything. Store anything in these. And then the other thing I got were these baskets. So if you saw in one of my videos, I was having trouble with a book storage solution. I thought that this shelf would work. The shelf ended up being too small, and most of my books don't fit on that shelf. I will leave that video linked in the cards above. So I ended up getting some of these baskets from Hobby Lobby to place the books in. I got 3 of them. They were originally priced at $12.99, but they were 66% off. So I got 3 of these, and they are flimsy. They're not like super structured. They're like woven, and that's fine. Eventually we will grow out of this space, out of this townhome, out of this area, but I know that I can reuse these baskets somewhere else in my home. All right guys, those are all of the practical and reasonably priced items that I purchased this summer for our upcoming school year. I'm super excited to go ahead and start our school year, but I thought I would share this. Hopefully this was helpful to someone out there. All of these items still should still be available. I've been going to stores here and there just to look and peek around, and most, if not all of these items are very much still available. So if you like this video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below or share it with a friend. I would really appreciate it. I want to say hello and thank you to all of my new subscribers. We recently hit 600 subscribers here on my channel, and for me that is a big deal that 600 people decided after they watched my video that they enjoyed it enough to subscribe to my channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully the next one won't be this long. Bye.